So I work for a company called AWS or Amazon Web Services, and Amazon Web Services really provides the cloud for hundreds and thousands of companies around the world. My name is Sandy Carter, and I am the Vice President for Public Sector Partners and Programs, and I probably have the best role in that company that is possible. I get to work with our partners around the world in almost every different vertical, from healthcare to government to not-for-profit. I first met Roger, the CEO of Axle 3D, at reInvent in 2019. And it became really apparent that not only is Axle 3D using AWS, but they're using it for what I would call ROL. So we all heard about ROI, return on investment, but they do ROL, return on lives. Let me explain what I mean by that. So Axle 3D partnered up with Belfast Hospital for the NHS Foundation Trust. And what Axle 3D does is it helps surgeons save lives by using detailed preoperative 3D medical models. Now those use AWS, but those aren't for AWS. Axle 3D creates and delivers those printed models in a day or two to the hospitals, a task that would normally have taken up to 8 weeks. And so here you can see the value proposition and why I'm such a fan of Axle 3D and Roger is that these models are used for surgeons, for example, in Belfast City Hospital to successfully perform a kidney transplant. And that kidney transplant actually helped to save a life. So they're looking at ROL, not just ROI. First and foremost, they're in the healthcare space. And we just did our CTO study and found that healthcare is probably the industry that's undergoing the most transformation right now of any industry on the face of the planet. Secondly, one of the things that I think differentiates Axle 3D is that they changed surgical planning for over 3 million complex surgery, and they do that globally. They improve the outcome for numbers of patients around the world. Not all of our partners are global. Some are very specific to a particular region. Third, probably one of the most, I think, significant and impactful reasons that we find Axle 3D is differentiated is they're not just a technology partner, but they're also a business partner. They're looking for ways that they can improve business outcomes, missions of hospitals, and how they can increasingly leverage the technology to help more patients. And that's what we're looking for, partners who are going to add value to their customers globally. So AWS and Axle 3D really are great partners and fit together well for a couple of reasons. One, we as AWS provide the cloud and the infrastructure. Axle 3D is providing the solution to help address 3D imaging and modeling, again, globally. However, Axle 3D also enhances the agility and the security of AWS into many hospitals, something that just using the cloud all by itself probably wouldn't achieve such penetration in those particular areas. And of course, there are benefits to Axle 3D as well. If you think about it, Axle 3D focuses their attention on 3D imaging and modeling. They rely completely on AWS and our artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities. Now, because they're in healthcare, it's really important that those solutions can scale, that they're reliable, and that they're secure. And AWS focuses on all of those things. In fact, Andy Jassy, our CEO, is often quoted as saying that security is job zero. There's nothing more important than security. And so if you think about it, this is actually a really good match. The fact that Axle 3D brings that solution selling, that solution value to customers, including innovative medical device companies. And AWS is able to provide that infrastructure, the cloud, that ensures the scalability, the agility, and that security that is required for healthcare across the world. So I know that the AWS and Axle 3D partnership will continue to thrive in the future. And why do I know that? Well, one of AWS's leadership principles is all around customer obsession. Axle 3D works backwards from the customer. Our cultures are very aligned, and for great partnerships to continue to grow and to thrive, that cultural alignment is as important as the business relationship and the technology usage that we see. Secondly, one of my big hopes and dreams is that Axle 3D will continue to leverage artificial intelligence and machine learning. There are so many upcoming capabilities that we haven't even scratched the surface of what we can do together to really expand medical device and med tech companies for sure. So I really think about three words when I think about our partnership with Axle 3D. First, mission. Axle 3D is all about the mission. And for us, mission is about purpose. It's about helping healthcare digitally transform. Secondly, it's about innovation. And this isn't just Axle 3D, but it's its CEO, Roger, as well. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the phone with him where we brainstormed a big, think big idea. And then last but not least, it's about customer obsession. AWS has this as a leadership principle, and it runs through the DNA of Axle 3D as well. So when I think about Axle 3D, these are the three words that come to mind: mission, innovation, and customer obsession.